Imagine a single location, a place so powerful it can shut down global transportation overnight. A place that can bring the entire world's trade to a complete standstill. A place that can cut off crude oil supply to almost every major country on earth. But the real question is, who controls all of this power? The answer lies in one critical choke point: the Strait of Hormuz. Is it really possible that one narrow passage can control the flow of global supply? In today's video, we are going to break down everything about the Strait of Hormuz, its importance, its power, and why the entire world depends on it. So make sure you watch till the end. Number 1. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important waterways in the world, serving as a narrow passage that connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and ultimately the Arabian Sea. Geographically, it lies between Iran to the north and Oman to the south, specifically near Oman's Musandam Peninsula. The strait varies in width from about 35 to 60 miles, but at its narrowest point, it shrinks to roughly 20 to 30 miles, creating a natural bottleneck for maritime traffic. Despite its narrowness, the water is deep enough, typically around 200 to 300 feet, to accommodate some of the largest oil tankers in the world. What makes this passage even more critical is its structured shipping lanes. There are two main lanes, each only about 2 miles wide, designated for inbound and outbound traffic, with a buffer zone in between. This highly controlled navigation system highlights how sensitive and essential the strait is for global trade. Without this geographic corridor, countries in the Persian Gulf would struggle to export oil efficiently to international markets. Its unique combination of narrow width, deep water, and high traffic density makes it both an engineering marvel and a potential vulnerability in the global supply chain. Number 2. Lifeline of global energy supply. The Strait of Hormuz is often referred to as the energy lifeline of the world, and for good reason. Approximately 20% of the world's total oil consumption passes through this single narrow waterway every day, making it one of the most critical choke points in global energy logistics. In addition to crude oil, a significant portion of the world's liquefied natural gas, LNG, especially exports from Qatar, also travels through this route. This means that major economies such as China, India, Japan, South Korea, and many European nations rely heavily on the uninterrupted flow of energy through the strait. Any disruption, whether due to political tensions, military conflict, or even accidents, can immediately send shockwaves through global markets. Oil prices tend to spike rapidly in response to even minor threats in the region, reflecting how sensitive the global economy is to this passage. Because there are limited alternative routes that can handle the same volume of energy exports, the Strait of Hormuz represents a single point of failure in the global energy system. Its continuous operation is essential not only for energy security but also for maintaining economic stability worldwide. Number 3. Geopolitical tensions and military significance. Beyond its economic role, the Strait of Hormuz is a major geopolitical hotspot. Its location gives Iran significant strategic leverage as it controls the northern coastline of the strait. Over the years, Iran has frequently emphasized its ability to disrupt or even close the strait in response to external pressure, particularly from Western nations. This has led to a constant military presence in the region, including naval forces from the United States and allied countries, tasked with ensuring freedom of navigation. Historically, the strait has been a flashpoint for conflict, most notably during the tanker war in the 1980s,
when oil tankers were targeted during the Iran-Iraq war. Even in recent years, incidents involving seized vessels, drone attacks, and military exercises have kept tensions high. The Strait functions as a global pressure point. Any escalation in conflict here can quickly draw international attention and intervention. Its strategic importance ensures that it remains under constant surveillance, with global powers closely monitoring every development to prevent disruptions that could destabilize the world economy. Number 4. Economic impact on global markets. The economic importance of the Strait of Hormuz extends far beyond the energy sector. It has a ripple effect across the entire global economy. When tensions rise in the region, oil prices often surge almost instantly, which in turn increases fuel costs worldwide. This impacts transportation, manufacturing, and even agriculture, as higher fuel prices drive up production and distribution costs. For example, airlines face higher operational expenses, shipping companies increase freight charges, and food prices may rise due to increased logistics costs. Developing countries are particularly vulnerable to these fluctuations, as their economies are less equipped to absorb sudden price shocks. Financial markets also react strongly to instability in the Strait, with investors closely watching geopolitical developments for any signs of disruption. In this way, the Strait of Hormuz acts as an economic heartbeat for the world. When it is stable, global markets function smoothly, but when it is threatened, uncertainty spreads rapidly. Its influence underscores how interconnected modern economies are and how a single geographic choke point can impact billions of people worldwide. Number 5. Strategic choke point and future risks. The Strait of Hormuz is widely considered the most critical maritime choke point on the planet, primarily because there are few viable alternatives that can fully replace its capacity. While some countries have developed pipelines to bypass the strait, these routes can only handle a fraction of the total unnafth flow, making them insufficient in the event of a major disruption. As global energy demand continues to grow, the importance of this passage is expected to increase even further. At the same time, future risks are also rising due to factors such as geopolitical rivalries, military buildups, and even emerging threats like cyber warfare targeting shipping infrastructure. Climate change may also play a role by affecting sea conditions and regional stability. Because of these risks, major world powers maintain a continuous naval presence in the area to ensure the strait remains open and secure. In the long term, the Strait of Hormuz will likely remain a focal point of global strategy, where economics, politics, and security intersect. Despite its relatively small size on the map, its impact is enormous, making it one of the most important and closely watched waterways in the world. Number 6. Environmental risks and maritime safety challenges. Another critical aspect of the Strait of Hormuz is its environmental vulnerability and the constant maritime safety challenges it faces due to extremely heavy traffic. Every day, dozens of massive oil tankers and cargo ships pass through this narrow corridor, increasing the risk of accidents such as collisions, oil spills, and groundings. Because the strait is relatively narrow and highly congested, even a minor navigational error can lead to serious consequences. An oil spill in this region would not only disrupt global trade, but also severely damage marine ecosystems in the Persian Gulf and nearby coastal areas. These waters are home to diverse marine life, including coral reefs, fish species, and migratory animals, all of which are highly sensitive to pollution.
In addition to environmental risks, the region also faces challenges related to piracy, smuggling, and the threat of sabotage during times of geopolitical tension.
To manage these risks, international maritime organizations and naval forces enforce strict navigation protocols, including designated shipping lanes, monitoring systems, and constant surveillance. Advanced technologies such as GPS tracking, radar systems, and satellite monitoring are widely used to ensure safe passage. However, the combination of environmental fragility and strategic importance makes the Strait of Hormuz a high-risk zone, where even a single incident could have global environmental and economic repercussions. Subscribe.